Hey, what's up everyone? Tim here from Everyday Tactical Vids, and today we're going to be talking about this beast right here. This is the ThruNite TN42. This is a monster thrower. It's only going to give you 2,000, and when I say only, I mean like 2,000 is a lot of lumen output, but you see how big this light is. You would think, wow, yeah, I mean, it's going to give me 50,000 lumens or something ridiculous. 2,000 is a lot, but it is a thrower. I mean, this thing just has a beam that just cuts through the darkness. You'll see in a little bit, we're going to show you me shooting some video of using this light, and it's in the fog. It just goes right through the fog. I mean, it is very, very impressive. So it's going to run you around 200 bucks if you're looking for a spotlight that can really launch the lumens. This is definitely one to check out. So we're going to talk through the specs of this light, and then we'll actually show you what it looks like in use. And then toward the end, I want to show you the charging system that ThruNite sent me as well, so you can charge your batteries. Now this takes four 18650s, but this can charge, you know, your 14500s, all different types of batteries. Really a nice setup for charging batteries. And it's the type of thing that I want to keep in my car, because now I can charge batteries, you know, off a solar charger if my car is dead and I'm out in the woods, or off the car. Just a lot of different options with that setup. So between this light and that charging system, I think we got a really good deal organized for you. So let's talk about this light and then show you what it looks like in use. Let's give you some quick specs on the light here. We're using a Cree X HP35 high LED. Your different output settings: 0.8 is your Firefly, then you have 38 lumens for low, 256 for medium, 780 for high, and then 2000 for turbo. And then on your strobe option, you have 680 lumens. Your max distance is 1,550 meters. It's IPX8 rated and drop resistant down to 1 meter. You do see the little switch here on the side to activate the light. If it is a blue light on the side, it means your battery's good. If it's red on the side, it means you have a low battery, and then you got to recharge it. Here's what it looks like when it's all disassembled. You got your top section, basically the body or the tube, and then the internals that are going to hold your four 18650 batteries. Now you can't charge these in the light. You have to have a separate charger for those. So that's why we're going to talk about their charging system at the end of this video. Now the light does come with this sling. It attaches up here on the light, and then there's a clip on the bottom. And so you can see I can basically go hands-free if I need to, but I could still grab the light and shine. If I'm out in the woods trying to find something, I could sling it around my back and get it totally out of the way if I wanted to, if I had to climb something or pick something up, work on something. And you can snug this up, so it's fully adjustable. If I want this to rest really tight across my chest, I can do that, or it can be more free like this. And I actually was using this today and walking around a little bit. Certainly it's going to bounce as you walk. That's anything that's not snug against your body, but I do feel like it's very secure. I don't have any concern about dropping the light, or, you know, all of a sudden something snapping and falling off. With the light, you're going to get your standard stuff. So you get the light, you're going to get the sling that I already showed you. You're going to get these O-rings, an extra switch, and then looks like a little keychain ring, and I'm assuming that's for replacing, or if you want to set up your system different as far as the sling. And then you get your instructions, and then also a little piece of information that says, you know, if you review us on Amazon, that'd be a big help. They also do give you 5% off your next order at ThruNite. And last thing I'll tell you is you get some of that silica gel. That's not candy, that's not chiclets, so don't eat that, okay? All right, just messing around. Anyhow, at this point we just gotta wait for the night to fall, and then we're gonna use this thing. Okay, I'm inside my office now, and we're going to run through the different settings on the TN42. I'm going to turn it on to Firefly just so you can see it kind of in the distance, reflecting off a picture that's about 35 feet away. And then from there, I'll scroll more quickly through the settings, and then we'll go back through a little bit more slowly. So there you can see a little bit of a reflection off the photo. That's, again, 35 feet away, and let me scroll through here. So this is the low setting, that's 38 lumens. Up to medium is 256. And then up to high there, and that is 780. Now from high, we're going to double click and go to 2000. And you can see a lot of, I mean, that's blinding when you shine it into the photo there. But yeah, this lights up the entire area. You can see we definitely have a hotter center. You can see it down on the floor now. So this thing is going to throw and give you a hot center. Let's go to strobe now. So strobe warning. Very fast strobe. And then click again. That's going to go to off. And then we'll come back and scroll through a couple more times here. So we got low, medium, high, low, medium, high. And you can see basically that if you look up at the top of the screen there, the kind of that ring. So yeah, I mean, you're going to have a very wide spill flood from this light. So This is just a quick test to show you what it looks like inside. It definitely lights up the whole area, but it's absolutely made for outside as a thrower, so let's head outside. It's a very foggy and misty morning here in New Hampshire. I'm outside. I got the TN42, and there's a box truck about 300 feet away, so we're going to shine the light at it and show you what that looks like. That's the high setting. Let's go to the turbo setting. So obviously it's hitting that thing dead on. And yeah, a lot of light coming back because it is white. You can definitely see the hot center beam. The fog is actually helping show us what that center beam looks like. He's back. Yep, it's our friend Johnny again. And if you've seen other flashlight videos, you know Johnny is one of our flashlight testers. So what I'm going to do now is basically move out from different distances and look back at our friend Johnny here to see how well we can see him. Right now, I'm about probably 6 feet from him. We'll move out to about 30 feet and then keep increasing that distance to see how well we can see our friend Johnny with this monster flashlight from ThruNite. Okay, I'm at 30 feet now. Let me put the light on its highest setting and you'll see it basically just washes out the picture because it's still so bright. 30 feet away from Johnny right now. So obviously that's kind of overwhelming. Let me go up to the third setting here. Let me get it set. 2, 3. All right, so there's Johnny on our third setting. Still pretty washed out, but at 30 feet, no problem seeing him. Let's back up now to 100 feet. Okay, we're at 100 feet now. I'm still not on the highest setting. I'm on my third setting up, and obviously you can see him quite well. Let's go up to the highest setting here. Yep, so I'd definitely be able to spot Johnny quite easily at the edge of the woods at 100 feet. Okay, I'm at 200 feet now, and I still don't have it on the highest setting. Once again, on my third setting, and I could see Johnny just fine. Again, if this was like, the middle of the night, I could definitely see somebody at 200 feet away, which is where I'm at now. And let's put this up to the highest setting. Yeah, once again, I can see him with absolutely no problem. 200 feet at the highest setting. Let's go back to 300 feet. I'm at 300 feet now. Obviously, you could still see Johnny, basically just his red shirt at this point. It's getting a little fuzzy on the camera. Once again, this is not even on the highest setting. We're at the third setting once again with our ThruNite. Let's go up to that highest output. Yep, and I'm definitely able to see him quite easily. I'm back at about 350 feet now, and basically this is the edge of the woods, so this is as much space as I have in this current location. But let me, again, bring this up to our third setting so you can see what it looks like. And you can pick up Johnny a little bit in the camera. Let me put it on the highest setting. I mean, you can definitely see him, just that the camera is hard to focus at night. There it is, focused in. And once again, with the human eye, I mean, again, if somebody was coming out of the woods, I mean, even if they were just in all black, I would absolutely see the frame, the shape, the figure coming out of the woods. And certainly not just a human, but anything in the woods at 350 feet with this ThruNite light at the highest setting. They're not sneaking by me without noticing if I'm shining this light in their direction. All right, guys, I'm at the edge of a parking lot right now here at the church building, and I'm gonna roll in some footage here so you can see what it looks like in the daylight. So I am, quite a distance away from the church building, and you've got the steeple, and then around the steeple you've got kind of like a little balcony or widow's walk. And I'm gonna put the ThruNite TN42 at the highest setting and show you what that looks like. So let's look up at the steeple. There it is over there. And I mean, it's hard to see because the camera just can't figure out what exactly to do. But if anybody was on that steeple right there, on the widow's walk, I would absolutely be able to spot them, no problem whatsoever. And I'll just go down to the highest setting here, and you can see what that looks like. 1, 2, 3. So there it is on high, and I can still see quite well. Definitely the double click to the turbo. Yeah, I mean, I could just see the whole thing amazingly. And again, here's some, or I rolled in some footage there so you can see what it actually looks like during the daytime. So man, this thing is just a monster thrower. Pretty amazing. When I got the TN42, I also got this charger sent to me as well. And as you can see, we have a plug for the car, we have a plug for the wall, then we have the actual charger. Your wall plug goes in here, your car plug goes in over there. You can charge 4 different batteries all at the same time. It's got a protection mode, so you're not frying your batteries. It'll automatically stop after a max of 8 hours. and then you can see the 4 little buttons. They say A, B, C, D, and you can check different, different things that you want to know in the charging process as you actually are charging the batteries. So yeah, I mean, it's a very simple system as far as it's not hard to operate, but it offers you a lot and charges the batteries quite efficiently. So let me plug it in and we'll charge the 4 18650s that I've been using in the TN42. Here's the charger in use, and I'll just show you how to insert a battery. I have this little metal section that's spring loaded, so slide this in and click that down into place. And when it's actually in place, you'll see the number start to pop up there. If it's not properly locked in, you won't see any information up there. So it's going to scroll through information up here on the top. So right there, it is showing us the voltage. Next, it's going to show us the milliamps. And then after that, it's going to show us the amount of time that the different batteries have been charging. So these have been going for 5 minutes, and that one I just put in. And then it says V, and it'll say milliamp underneath that when it scrolls through. And then down below that, it says lithium ion, so it can tell what type of battery you're actually charging there. Works really simple. If you hold down on either the A, B, C, or D buttons, it'll say 500 or 1000. That's how quickly or how many milliamps you're using in the charging process. So that's what's going on right there. And yeah, I mean, it's simple. It gets the job done. 2 other things I did want to mention. One is that if you plug it in, you have no batteries in, this will eventually go basically to a light saver mode or an energy saver mode. So it's not trying to pump energy through the system if there's no battery in there. The other thing is that if you put the battery in positive side down, negative side up, it'll say error up there. So you know that you haven't put it in correctly. So just some other information about the charger. Let's wrap up here talking about the charging system and the TN42, both from ThruNite. As far as your charging system, works great. I don't need anything fancy. I just need something that's going to charge the batteries. I do like that it tells me how long it's been charging, the batteries have been charging, and also where they are in the charging process. Sometimes you put it in and you just wait for like a red light to turn green. So in this process, I can actually see, this is how far I am along up to, what the maximum charging capacity of your batteries is. So works. I like the fact that you get the car charger as well, which is great if you're keeping a light like the TN42 in your car and you need to charge up some batteries. You can do that easily. As far as the TN42, what I'm going to say again and again is this thing is a thrower. So there are lights out there made from ThruNite and other companies that have more lumen output, but this thing just throws and keeps throwing and keeps throwing. I knew I was going to be impressed when I was in the edge of the parking lot and then looking up at the steeple there at the church building, but it's amazing how far this thing throws. And yeah, I mean, so if you're looking for something that's got a nice hot center, but still a pretty wide center just because the size of the flashlight, and something that can throw light a long distance for a searchlight, a spotlight, this is definitely something I would consider. Long-term use to be determined, but it seems to be doing well. I have bumped it and dropped it a couple times, and it still has functioned quite well. You are making an investment, obviously, in the light, and then you have to get 4 18650s to run the light. But yeah, so far I've been impressed. This thing just cuts through the darkness really effectively. And as always, I'll report in to let you know, how it functions long term. But at this point, I've really been enjoying using the TN42, and I'm just trying to figure out. I have another ThruNite in my car as a light, but I may put this one in there as well because I do have some other lights that I keep at home. And as far as the spotlight, it'd be nice to have something that could throw a light a long distance if I was out and about and needed something, that was high power like this. So this will probably go into my car and stay with me there. So yeah, TN42 from ThruNite, and then their charging system here. Links down below if you want to purchase either one of these. Thanks for checking out the video. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe to Everyday Tactical Vids. All you have to do is click that little red button, and then you'll be getting updates on what we're doing here on the channel. Thanks as always for checking out our videos, and remember, we're on all the social media outlets like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Tumblr as well. More videos coming soon. Take care.